Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're in the kitchen and we are making dryer balls. My flock is sheared twice a year, and while most of the wool is sold to spinners throughout Canada and the US, I do keep a few fleeces for myself each shearing, and the fleeces that I keep for myself I mostly turn into dryer balls, which then I offer throughout my website, as well as I do some wholesale orders for small businesses throughout Alberta. I've been making dryer balls for a few years now and I absolutely love it. They are so fun to make and they work amazing and I just love them. That is usually what you can find me doing in my spare time, is felting and washing wool to make more dryer balls. Today I'm going to show you how I turn this into this. These are both from the same sheep. This is Lacey's lamb. She's one of my Icelandic lambs. This was her fall fleece from last year. I felt my dryer balls right in the sink in the kitchen, and I used a mixture of both hot and cold water as well as Dawn dish soap, and then of course just a whole lot of agitation to get the fibers to mix together and turn it into one perfect round little ball ready to go in your dryer. This is what it looks like before I felt it. This is about 60 grams of wool. When I first started off, I measured each ball, but now I've kind of just sort of eyeball it, and I kind of know based off of size and kind of what it feels like that it will turn into this. When I first started, I definitely did measure it to make sure that they were all roughly the same size. Of course, you can't always make it that each dryer ball is the same size, but it really helps if you use a scale to make them a little bit more similar so you don't end up with a tiny little one and then a huge one. This is about 60 grams. I tried to work around this, and then it's a nice little decent sized ball after felting. I might make a video later on getting it to this point. This is carded wool that I have then rolled up very tightly and used a felting needle to get it nice and tight. You want to ensure before you do felt it that your dryer ball is very tight, because if the wool is very loose on your ball, you're gonna have a harder time felting it. When the wool's really tightly together, it means that it already so easy to felt because the wool's already so stuck. But when it's loose, it's gonna come out a weird shape and it's not gonna be how you like it, so make sure it's nice and tight. There might be a video later on to get it to this point, but today I'm just gonna show you how I turn it into a dryer ball from the point that I have now rolled all my wool together. So basically we are really low because we're right in the sink. So first off, you're of course going to need your big thing of Dawn dish soap. To start off, I need to get my dryer ball wet, so I'm going to put it on basically the hottest setting there is. And I'm just going to make sure my whole dryer ball is fully wet. Once she is wet, you're going to just add some soap around. I try and get soap around the whole dryer ball. The more soap, the better. Just get enough soap on there to cover your ball. Kind of just go around it and get the soap to kind of start bubbling. You can see my ball is already pretty well felted because of how tight I had the ball, so that is good. Once you get your soap on there, you're gonna add some more hot water on it. Okay, honestly, my water is so hot that it's enough to literally burn your hands, which is good. You want it hot. The hotter your water, the faster it's gonna felt and the better it's gonna felt, because your wool needs heat to felt. Once you've got the water in there, felting is literally just me rubbing it. I hold it in one hand usually, and then I just take my other hand and I just rub it. Whichever hand's most comfortable for you. I'm right-handed, but I use my left hand for all my felting. You can continue to add some water to it as I work my way around it. And you literally just are going to keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. Just make sure that when you are felting it, that you're ensuring not only is your ball staying tight like this, but that it's staying rounded so you don't get a lopsided, funky looking dryer ball. Just keep adding water onto it. You shouldn't need more soap based off the amount of soap you put on it before. I usually will be here rubbing it for 3-ish minutes. Just enough that when you pull on your dryer ball, when you pull in the wool, see, that's not going anywhere. When you pinch it, that nothing is coming off. Of course, you don't want your dryer ball to fall apart. Once you can kind of pinch at any spot in it and it's not gonna pull apart, then you know your dryer ball is felted. Of course, it will felt more when it is in the dryer, but if you get it really, really felted before, it just kind of sets your dryer ball up for more success. So the amount of Dawn dish soap I go through, Dawn, sponsor me please. Okay, so now that my dryer ball's felted, I'm gonna flip it from hot water to like lukewarm, and then I can rinse out all the soap. I need to rinse my dryer bowl until there's no soap remaining on it, and then she's done. So I'm just gonna run it under the water and just keep squeezing out all the excess soap that I don't need in it. I'm gonna keep squeezing until the water runs clean. Okay, so this is what we're working with. The dryer ball's been felted and I squeezed out all the soap. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it into the dryer for about 15 minutes just to make it so it's not super wet. And then we will put a tag on it for the name of the sheep and the breed of the lamb. And then it is all set and ready to go in the dryer. While the dryer ball is in the dryer, I'm going to get the little tag ready. The front of my tags look like this. And then on the back, I just have a little bit of info about the dryer balls and then where people can find me. These printed so funky, I do not know why. The picture looks fine, but the words are like over to one side, so it's on both the front and back. It looks like that, so I'm like trying to get through these so I don't have to use them anymore. They're really cute and I love them, but they just printed very wonky. The lamb that this fleece is from is Lacey's lamb. She was never named because she went to a new home and I leave that up to the new owners. I did have her into the fall, so she was with me when I had the flock sheared. For this one, I'm just gonna write Lacey's lamb, and then under it I'm gonna write Icelandic wool. So now she looks like that. With each little tag I put on there, I add a little clip. I just ordered some new clips and I love these ones. They're rose gold and they match so nicely with my pink tags. And these clips work really well because I can go through a thin little layer of the dryer ball and they clip on very easily. Now it's ready for the dryer ball. The dryer ball has now been in the dryer for about 15 minutes. Turned out amazing. She felted really, really nicely and is perfect round shape. Now that it is felted, I'm now going to add my clip to it. So I just poke through the wool, come up, and clip it. And now it is done and ready for the dryer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new. If you have any comments, please make sure to leave them down below and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can find me on all social medias at Prairie Shepherdess.